think are the biggest threats, not just to evangelicalism, but Christianity as a whole in our contemporary society? As we said at the beginning, history is cyclical. There's always the pendulum shift from one to the other. And as you mentioned earlier, it was an insight into understanding human behavior and human culture and civilization. Knowing what you know and seeing the patterns in history, what do you think the biggest threats are today?
Well, I think I would say, and this would be a kind of theological analysis, but one really based on a lot of historical explanation, is that the threats are what they've always been, and that is for people who know or the gospel message to overlay that message with a lot of other things, such that the gospel message is not clear. And I say historically, I've spent a lot of time looking at Christian publications and Christian institutional activities during the American Revolution, during the American Civil War, the lead up to the Civil War. And in those instances, there were people who were, they wouldn't have used the term themselves, but we can. They're evangelical Christians who said, if you believe that we should still follow the Parliament, I can have no association with you. If you believe that it's necessary to support the Union as if it were God's instrument, it's important to support the Confederacy if it's God's instrument, it's the same mistake. It's having other loyalties supersede what in Christian terms should be the foundational loyalty. And that actually, it's easy to make a judgment about the people you disagree with. You think that a political position is more important than the Christian faith. You say you're a Christian, but you really, well, but it's as you know, the parable of Jesus, you know, if you can see that in somebody else, it probably means you've got something in your life that you're evaluating, putting more highly than your understanding of the Christian faith. It might be the opposite political position. It might be something, you know, all sorts of temptations. So I don't think there's anything new in threats to the solidity of Christian faith. But what is new is the character of threats to the Christian faith. The basic threat is always subordinating the clarity of the gospel with other things, other stuff, and other stuff can be almost anything. And in our day, it happens to be a lot of political loyalties.